Wow, I'm so overwhelmed. I don't know what to say. I know what to say. President Clark, the Bridgewater State University, the town of Bridgewater, my young African brothers and sisters, my old friends and guests. I'm so honored and very privileged to be here because it is my second home. I'm so happy to be here because I met my mentors, old friends, again my beautiful African sisters and brothers. So I want to share my gratitude and my experience with you all because it is historic, unique, and special moment for me. Because Bridgewater was my first place ever I had ever visited outside of my own country. And Bridgewater State University was my first international institution I had ever been hosted. But since then, I traveled some countries and many cities. So, more importantly, my experience while I was at Bridgewater helped me to realize and validate my academic experience, my local community service experience, and helped me to shape my future professional goals. So, my story is not different from average African young people, but I would like to take a moment to tell you who I am. I didn't share to my fellows yet. Born and raised in a small village in Ethiopia, I was involved in farming activities to support my families. I had to pass so many ups and downs in my life when I was a childhood. I had to travel 5-4 hours each day to go to school. Both parents passed away, and I was left alone when I was a teenager to support my younger siblings. There was a time to quit my education, but I was supported by kind people who helped me to succeed in my education. So from my life experience, I am more convinced with the quotes of Nelson Mandela said education is the most powerful weapon that you can use to change the world, that you can use as a means to achieve social justice. So, through my life lessons, growing as a village boy, as older responsible brother, and as a responsible middle-level professional carer, I am convinced that we can contribute to the world by changing ourselves and our family and our community. So my message to my African sisters and brothers, as a young Mandela Washington Fellow, you are receiving further training in this remarkable institution in order to return to Africa and support your communities in civic and democratic leadership, inclusion, diversity, in social justice and economic development, and all peace and security. So get ready for that. From my experience in teaching and higher administration and higher education, by the way, I was promoted as soon as I get back from Bridgewater State. So, working in higher education in Ethiopia, I have observed that there is ever-growing demand and needs for good governance, for quality of education, for inclusion and social justice. So, it's evident that Africa has been poorly managed while the continent is rich in terms of physical and human capital. For example, if I can tell you Sussex, the average African years is 19 years, the youngest continent in the world. So there is an opportunity to work with that. So Mandela Washington Fellowship, for me, it is a lifetime opportunity because it opens so many doors to succeed my personal life, to support my family, and I was able to support my home university and my community. I did some community organization and some other stuff. So my connection to BSU is huge in a lifetime. I'm so happy with that. And since my training at BSU, I have been gaining knowledge, skills, and more experience. I'm more connected and got many mentors, and which is a blessing in my life to succeed. Because of the fellowship, I expanded my social network and my capital, and I was nominated again so many positions. I'm not going to tell you that positions now. But however, I choose to pursue my PhD studies because I am convinced when I was here that I need to go further to study more art and science, to be more mature enough to take any responsibility in any position in my community. So I had to convince even the board of trustees of my newly open universities, telling like this, and they said, because they didn't want to let me come to do my PhD in Canada. But when I told them, I promised I would come back and I need to get more experience, they were happy and they prepared a party and so for my African sisters and brothers, I can imagine how much you make your family, friends, and community proud of your accomplishment. I know how the competition to win the Mandela Washington Fellowship because I was a part of that. So this is a great opportunity, and being BSU is, in my perspective, it's a blessing. But the only thing I'd like to share my experience is because you are going to rewrite your experience into men's style. Because by the time you go back to your community, they will ask you more about your experience. So get ready for that. So just to make it short, my speech, I want to end my speech with famous African proverb which says, when a spider webs unite, they can tie up the line. This is the beauty of, as President Clark said, the beauty of coming together, working together. So please let's stay connected and working together for a better future. So thank you very much.